Hello everyone, welcome to Haley Moon Tarot. This is your weekly relationship reading for Sagittarius. What's coming up for Sagittarius? There's some Sag energy right there. Some Libra energy. Maybe dealing with a Libra. Or we have, let's just look at this. It's about harmony and balance. Someone's taking a step back, seeing things from a different light. Now, we know the Queen of Swords isn't a pushover. It's someone who generally speaks truth. It has to do with being fair. So it has to do with being fair. Now, it could be someone giving someone advice, too. Yeah, let's have a look. Yeah, it's the start of something new. Everything coming out in the open. So Temperance is an energy of patience, being calm. It's also a little test, so there's some sort of temptation. But it's all about the light, the sun shining, the start of something new. If you feel something is off, it is. And I do feel it could be, if you're a masculine, somebody here is being discerning, asking questions. It's about harmony and balance, being fair. So someone who's definitely not a pushover. They speak up and speak their mind, but there's some sort of, someone who generally speaks truth, sees, making themselves clear. But this is someone seeing the bigger picture. There's happiness here. They see the bigger picture. Yeah, this is definitely an energy of single. Could be someone who's been single for a while. But it is an energy of a person enjoying the fruits of their labor. So the truth is someone's single, ready for new. And we have someone waiting for someone to ask them out. Yeah, it's someone being discerning, but it could be someone giving advice too. So we'll look at that. Tell me about justice, because it's about harmony between two people. Yep, someone coming in right, asking someone on a date. So I do feel maybe there's been a date, something felt a little off. It could be someone asking too many questions or something a person said. But it's about seeing the bigger picture here. It's about seeing things clearly. This is someone seeing things clearly. Could be someone who made themselves loud and clear. Maybe they just wanted to be single, or someone telling the truth they are. But look, we have another Knight of Cups. I mean, it could be someone... Let's just have a look at Temperance. Yeah, the Star. Somebody letting go of things that no longer serve. But it's someone who knows their worth and value. So it's a little Aquarius energy, Leo energy. But it's someone who knows their worth and value. But it is an energy of hope, where someone has to release things that no longer serve. Because there's someone feeling something is off. Someone's telling someone. This is someone often giving advice. It's often well-meaning advice. But someone felt something was off, and it could be yourself in that energy. You could even be the Queen of Swords here. But if there's a masculine, this is all about this hope. See, it's about letting go of expectations. Somebody didn't really have a whole lot of expectations or didn't know what to expect. We got somebody here waiting. This is someone about to start looking elsewhere, too, for something new. Something didn't turn out as expected, maybe a date. But it's about releasing it. This person's very logical. It is what it is. Maybe it just wasn't meant to be. They're kind of waiting for a bit to see if this situation will come to fruition, but it's somebody new. Somebody waits too long. This is someone who likely has another person coming in to ask them out. Yeah, so there it is, that aha moment. So someone who only waits so long. And often, you know, people wait, and then they decide to expand their horizons and look elsewhere. Or just focusing on other things until another person comes in, which looks like what's happened. We have someone, there's this enlightenment, somebody enlightened. Now, if it is a person giving advice, they're telling someone here, yeah, it could be someone telling someone the other person doesn't have their best interest at heart, but this is often someone who does have someone's best interest at heart. You know, because there's something interesting with that Temperance and the Star. The Queen of Swords is someone who already sees clarity. See, it is what it is. This is someone waiting for someone to come in and ask them out. Or maybe there was a date that didn't well and they've been waiting for this person, but there's someone else coming in. This is someone single. Tell me about the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, we got someone here who's very grounded, stable. We have choices. But this could be someone telling someone here. I feel like it's someone telling someone something, but I'm reading both energies that I see, because it is that aha moment, the moment of enlightenment. See things becoming clear. This is someone stable, grounded. They take care of themselves. They're very independent. Could be someone giving someone the impression that they just want to be single. Someone could be telling someone, hey, they just want to be single. But I don't know if that's the case here, because often the Queen of Pentacles acts like they're not interested, not intentionally, but it's the way they conduct themselves. They're just kind of very grounded, patient. Because this is, I feel as if someone was waiting, and now we have a new person coming in. Yeah. I see a house and a home. A reason to celebrate. Somebody who spends a lot of time at home. They're stable. Maybe they own their own home. There's financial stability, but it's someone who's single, live alone. Interesting. There is someone new coming in. Maybe someone in their neighborhood or close by. Tell me about the Knight of Cups. What's the Knight of Cups all about here? This is someone being cautious, playing it safe. But see, this is what happens. We have a person, there was either already a date, things didn't turn out as expected, or somebody had high expectations. Often this is somebody who, the other person feels the situation's out of reach because the other person has very high expectations. Could have been something that was said. But what's happened is nobody got what they wanted here. Because we have someone who's keeping it all to themselves, being cautious, being very careful what they wish for. But I'm going to tell you, there's still hope here. And it all has to do with this Knight of Cups making a move. They need to hurry up because there is a new person, somebody new coming in. It could be someone telling someone that too. Yeah. Look at that, Sag. It's all about letting go of pride and ego, planning, preparing, and hoping for the best. See, it's about what somebody was hoping to achieve, their goal, someone who's ambitious. But it's definitely someone and I do think this is someone looking, it's everything they could ever want, because it's someone who's very goal-oriented. They've achieved a lot. They're stable. Doesn't mean rich. They're stable. But the Three of Wands is telling me this, it's an energy of waiting. Like, I don't know who this is. I don't feel like it's the other person, but it could be. Like I say, they may have said something that gave the other person, see, that first impression. I mean, the Queen of Swords connected with the Queen of Pentacles is somebody who's structured. They have a lot of self-discipline because they have goals, things they want to achieve. Someone's definitely achieved some goals too. I wouldn't be surprised someone buying a new house or, you know, something like that too. But this is that moment of aha. See, it's an energy of enlightenment. Someone's being enlightened. But the sun is shining because it has to do with new. It has to do with someone focused a lot on work. Someone's building, working. Something to do with the house, a home. But it's all about someone putting in effort. It's all about putting in the effort. Yeah. This is someone about to put on the brakes because they've been waiting for someone. It could be someone telling someone the other person's waiting. They're looking elsewhere. And I do see another person coming in. This is where somebody kind of swoops in out of the blue, takes control of the situation. But it's saying for the masculine to take control of this. Someone needs to let go of their pride. This is someone who provides for themselves, so they're not chasing. They don't need anyone to provide for them. See, they're grounded. They have what they need. They have everything they need. They don't need someone to provide for them. So there's truth coming out. But I do see someone else swooping in because this person's waiting. Another person finding out this person's single coming in. So this is all about this original person coming in right, being fair. It's all about harmony. Yeah, there you are. Masculine Sag. If you're a feminine Sag, we've got Leo energy. Or anybody with a fire sign. Could be two Sages for that matter. But it's also an energy with someone who feels something is off. See, often where you feel something is off, you take a step back and you kind of look at it. You know, it's all about avoiding problems in the future, I feel. But yeah, this is about someone swooping in to take control. See, it's about taking control of the situation. Because this is someone not chasing. This is someone who knows. They know that they need to take control. They need to make a move. It's about being a leader, the natural born leader. So if someone isn't chasing you, if you're expecting someone to chase you, it may not. Some people like the chase, right? Not that it's like, I'm not saying playing games or anything, but some people like that part. It's kind of fun, right? You meet someone, But this is an energy of doing something different, trying things different. This is a person who could be different than your usual type. I mean, they could be a Leo, they could be another Sag, but this is their energy, Queen of Pentacles. They could have Virgo in their chart, Capricorn or Taurus energy. Someone a little different. They're very practical. They're very sensible how they spend their money. But they're independent. But I feel it's saying to hurry up and take the lead, to take control of this before someone else does. And it looks like there could be someone coming in, or this person's now thinking, it's time to move on. The other person may just not be interested. It is what it is. This is a practical person. Well, if they're not interested, oh well. I guess it's just not meant to be. So, but I feel like there is something that's going to happen. Yeah, this is about coming in, laying the foundation, building a foundation. It's about taking the lead and build the foundation. Nothing would probably make this person happier if the other person did that, because it's all about feeling safe. The Queen of Pentacles likes to feel safe. This is someone who will play it safe. I mean, they could reach out and ask somebody if they want to, do you want to come to dinner, or do you want to do something, whatever it may be. But that's where it would stop right there. If the other person didn't reciprocate or follow through, this person isn't going to chase after them. Okay? That's what I feel is happening here. They're not chasing. They don't need to chase. So that could be a moment, that little aha moment there. If we have a feminine who does have someone who is that runner chaser energy, and I do see a Leo energy here, this person could be the one who, the feminine could be the one who shows no interest. This is someone who's doesn't really, I mean, it's a little bit, it feels a little neutral, like they're trying not to show that they're so interested. The other person feels they have all the control, the power. But this is about this person swooping in, taking the lead, laying the foundation. It's about coming in right, doing things the right way. There's definitely an attraction and desire, somebody focusing on the wand. See, there's an attraction. The fire's already lit. So the fire's already lit. This is someone who takes pride in their house, their home. They take pride in their appearance, but they're very practical, very down to earth, very grounded. This is someone who can make people feel comfortable. They often try to make people feel comfortable, but once the Queen of Pentacles starts to feel uncomfortable, that's where that's where it stops right there, and they just kind of sit there. They focus on their home and they do other things. I mean, this isn't somebody, they're not needy. They don't need a ton of attention because they have goals. They have things to do. They're ambitious. But what's so interesting is what these two people could achieve together. Tell me more about this person, because this is their energy. So let's see if there's someone else. They could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but they are a practical, sensible person. Let's have a look at that. Somebody, little Pisces energy. Someone who looks at things from a different perspective, checking things out. But it's someone who sees things from a couple perspectives before they do anything or accept anything too. Yeah, there's been a checking it out. There's an attraction. The fire's already lit. The fire's lit. The torch is lit. This is someone holding the torch. King of Wands. Yeah. Somebody feeling confident here. It's saying just go for it. Tell me about the Hanged Man. Yeah, see, this is someone seeing the bigger picture too. See, happy home, happy life. This person's happy. They're pretty happy the way things are, but that doesn't mean this person isn't interested. See, it's all about, there could be a gathering, some kind of get-together or gathering. This could be an invitation here. But yeah, it's all about building the foundation. This fire's lit. I mean, the attraction is there. This is someone attracted to the other person, but they're not really going to show it, at least at this point, not till they feel comfortable. Tell me about Four of Wands. Yeah, see, it's about laying the foundation. If somebody doesn't follow through, see, if a person doesn't follow through, this is somebody, like I say, they aren't going to do anything. They're just looking out for themselves. They're taking care of themselves. They're not going to chase. But I wouldn't be surprised there's another person here. Now, if you've had a date and things didn't go as expected, wasn't a real success, I feel the next one could be. But I think there's another person here. Somebody laying the foundation. I mean, it could be the Queen of Pentacles may have been the one who did this. They may have laid the foundation. Now they're waiting for the other person to follow through. But I feel it's another person coming in. Yeah, I see a little test. Someone taking a step back, seeing things from a different light. It's a little test. So it's very tempting. I do see somebody very tempted to take this other opportunity. But I'm not so sure if they're as interested in that person. Yeah, it's the start of something. This is the Empress. This is someone who knows their worth and value. They have a lot of abundance. They have a lot to give. But this is not somebody who will chase after someone. They may make a move and initially try to start something, but that's about it. They might drop a little hint. See, they may drop a little hint like, hey, come on, you know, this is the start of something new. Yeah, I do think this is someone open to someone new because they're tired of waiting for someone to follow through. If someone doesn't follow through, this is a person who goes, well, I guess they're not that interested. Anyone who doesn't follow through or doesn't want to spend time with someone comes across as not very interested with the right person. This is not somebody who's going to become obsessed with somebody, where they start chasing after them because they can't handle that someone's not interested in them. In fact, they don't even take it personal. They just kind of carry on. But yeah, there does look like there's, the temptation is here. See, this is where things are about to get real. This is someone just trying to be themselves, being real. They're not trying to impress anyone. They just are. That's the way they are. They take care of themselves. They may dress for success. I feel they're pretty casual. I'm seeing something very casual. But, you know, the Empress is someone who does what they need to do as well. So they are goal-oriented. They are successful in the things that they do. Tell me about the King of Wands. What does this King of Wands need to do? They need to lay down their baggage, their burdens, and let it go. It no longer serves. But they need to be responsible. They need to pull their weight. They need to show someone they're responsible by following through. If this is someone waiting for someone to start it, yeah. But it's also someone who may need to let go of something here. Yeah. A little pride. It's about trying something different. I definitely see someone letting go of baggage. See, ready for something new. It could be what's happened, and while somebody kept someone waiting, they're letting go a little baggage here. But it's really, I do feel being reliable. See, showing someone they can be dependable. One thing about the Queen of Pentacles energy, they want a partner, right? Or they, whatever it is that you come to an agreement on, but this is someone who doesn't need someone to provide, but they want someone that's reliable. If someone's not reliable, then they're just open. They aren't going to chase. They won't chase. Even if they want to. Even if they really like someone. I mean, there's an attraction. There's desire here. Very sexy, very sensuous person too. very earthy, someone who's down to earth. Yeah. Tell me more about the Ten of Wands. Yeah, see, it's about confidence, strength, confidence. Yeah, I do think someone has a new person coming in, somebody who's confident, but you can see someone taming the beast within themselves. Yeah, it's just an energy of gaining confidence. I feel like the masculine is starting to feel more confident, but I feel the new person is even more confident. This is the thing, right? But someone needs to be a little careful about, because the Nine of Cups is often an energy of, and it could be someone's first impression. Maybe you have this first impression of someone. If you are the masculine, if you have this impression of someone, they dress for success because they're chasing. They want attention. They like drawing attention to themselves. Or they just want someone to provide for them. So they dress for success to be, to catch somebody. But I'm not getting the vibe. But this person may be thinking this Empress energy, someone a little full of themselves. They're just dressed for success. It's just the way they are. They just look good. But I do think this person is definitely has that earthy, grounded energy. They're just somebody who's independent. They are stable and reliable. They're a dependable person. So, but it has to do with the masculine. Maybe the masculine kind of thought, well, I'm not going to give you what you want here because I feel like something's not feeling right, It's feeling a little off. Often you'll get a King of Wands energy because they're very charming people, often funny, they're often confident, and they get a lot of attention, sometimes even unwanted attention. Because someone here kind of feels someone's being a little full of themselves a bit here. Yeah, but I feel, like I say, it's taking a pause and looking at it from a different perspective, a different point of view. This is just a person who's confident. When they walk in the room, they're confident about who they are. They're comfortable in their own skin. This is not someone who feels like they need to please somebody. Yeah, so I feel it's all about taking a move. Yeah, this is someone trusting their intuition. They're very private. They often keep to themselves or stick to themselves a lot too. But it's an energy of someone who trusts their own intuition. So this is someone who, I gotta tell you, I feel like this could be something really nice. But see, if someone doesn't follow through, what happens is the feminine starts to feel something is off. Well, they're not reliable, they're not stable, or they just not interested. It is what it is. Yeah, this person's private. They keep a lot to themselves, their private thoughts. But like I say, I really feel we have two people who already know the answers they're seeking. Yeah, the only way to get to know someone is to spend time. See, doing things together, spending time together. This person, I feel this is someone who could be very good company. I feel to start things out, they want maybe just company and companionship. Just spend some time together and do things together to see. This person brings something to the table. This is two people who could actually achieve something together. If you're ambitious and they're ambitious. If you're the feminine, it's pretty much the same, Sag. Okay, because I do see feminine Sag energy here as well. If you feel something is off, like I say, it's an energy of just kind of not really taking any action, not doing anything, and just sort of sit there and look at it from a different perspective. I see creativity. The Empress is often very creative. So is the King of Wands, often very creative. They often create their own path, often even entrepreneurial energy. So you both bring something to the table, but it's about teaming up. I think this is two people who are goal-oriented, and I do feel it's an energy. If someone doesn't follow through or they don't acknowledge someone, anyone at the Empress energy isn't going to chase. They'll just carry on doing what they do. But I do see another person coming in, asking this person out. The feminine energy is getting some attention here. It's about lifestyle habits, the way two people conduct themselves. It's about feeling confident, having faith. This is someone generally with good morals and values, but they are someone who doesn't always follow society's rules. I feel to the most part they're a decent person, but they kind of are on their own path. They're very creative. They're always creating something. They kind of create their own world, put it that way. But yeah, the Hierophant, yeah, this is somebody emotionally mature, available. They can be very kind, compassionate, caring person. They definitely aren't someone who expects more than they're willing to give. But they are someone who definitely expects to, when someone reaches out and says, hey, do you want to go on a date? And do you want to, follow through? Someone says, we'll do this again, and they don't follow through. So they do, they're waiting to receive. This is often someone at some point who maybe even has given up. They throw their hands in the air and go, I just give up. And that's what I kind of feel with this person. That's their energy. But they are definitely somebody who wants love. And I do feel they've tamed that beast within themselves to not sacrifice their own goals and ambitions. They're certainly not someone who's going to cook and clean for someone until there was some kind of commitment, or to make sure you're on the same page here. See, we got two people who basically want the same thing. Probably two people who've just about given up. But this is about going within those emotions, looking at what it is that makes you happy, both of you. This is the start of something. There's opportunity. But I really feel like there is another person coming in. I'm not sure this feminine is interested in this person or not. I feel they haven't had a date. They're just waiting for this person to follow through. But they certainly don't sit around and wait. No. They're realistic. They see, it's about being real. This is someone just being themselves. It's about being real. Yeah. Just be yourself. That's all you have to be. This is someone who will make someone feel comfortable the best they can. So there you go, King and Queen of Cups. There's opportunity for two people to come together. It's an energy of justice, is also an energy of someone making a decision, thinking something's off, someone's not the right person, they're not right for them. Because what this person's doing is applying things that they've learned from other people. But I can tell you, this person's rather unique. They have that domestic energy, absolutely, but they are definitely someone who's not sacrificing their goals and the things they want to do to serve somebody, especially if it's just somebody who wants to stay single and they just want to come in when they want attention. They won't do it. They just turn their back and focus on other things. Very interesting person, but I feel that way for both people here in some way, because I feel that this King of Cups, it's getting in touch with those emotions. Now's the time to figure out what makes you happy. Saying to take a pause and look at the bigger picture. Take more time to check someone out. You might be surprised how much you actually have in common and what you both bring to the table here, because it's teaming up and doing things together. It's the only way to really get to know someone. So pretty interesting. Do take care, Sag. I see very positive energy, but yeah, they're open to new because they only wait for so long. And I'm still not 100% sure if this is connected to the Empress. It could be someone telling someone, giving someone advice, telling this person. It's somebody who means well. They think they know everything. They don't always. But it's somebody with experience. I do think this person also has experience, though. The Empress has experience, so it could be them. Yeah. King and Queen of Cups, lovely opportunity for a beautiful connection. It's just a matter of both people acknowledging this and coming together and spending some time together. Yeah, we got two people kind of looking out for themselves, but when two people come together, they build each other up. They're there for each other. This is someone who's always there for someone, even if they're just a friend. They are very kind, compassionate, a very caring person. This is also somebody, they look at something, well, it is what it is, and they're often even very forgiving. But they're not a pushover. Take care. Bye for now.